Imagine a world where the moon doesn't just rise, it bleeds, infusing the night with a crimson magic that transforms the faithful into beasts of legend and the unprepared into prey. You are thrust into the Wolf of the Blood Moon saga, a realm where lycanthropy isn't a curse, but a class progression system governed by ancient blood rights and brutal survival laws. But when you discover that becoming the Scarlet Wolf isn't just about gaining strength, but about mastering the volatile duality of man and beast without losing your soul to the hunger, you realize that power isn't given. It's hunted through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to The Scarlet Wolf, the first pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Shane Purdy's LitRPG fantasy series. If you love were-beast progression tropes, dark fantasy mechanics, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist master a hostile magical ecosystem through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of primal instinct. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's first transformation under the blood moon, thrusting him into a race against time to control his new abilities before the local pack or rival hunters put him down. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of pine and iron, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where he is erased by the very magic that empowers him. Purdy excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but eternal servitude to the beast within. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular alpha-predator trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about biting enemies, it's about understanding the complex ecology of magical politics, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of Wolf of the Blood Moon lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that views them as data. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword. It's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. The Scarlet Wolf is a triumph of the lit RPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Shane Purdy has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.